Welcome to Last Night, your official sci-fi recap show. Tuesday nights are a little slower now that Face Off is done for the season, but Robot Combat League is more than capable to carry the night by itself. I'm joined today by Richard Mills, legendary robot boxing promoter, who has actually shared the ring with robots. Welcome back to the show, Mr. Mills.
It's good to be back, Miss Enghill.
So the quarterfinals have begun on RCL, and the fights get more exciting every night.
They certainly do. No team can be taken for granted at this point, as the lowest-ranked team, Team Crash, has now defeated two high-ranking robots, going a total of 5 rounds with no defeats. Team Steampunk, another low-seed robot, is the only team to have lasted longer, going 6 rounds without being eliminated.
I think next season should have a better method of determining seeds. Virtually all the winners so far have been in the bottom half of the rankings.
I agree. 1 round against a bot that didn't even fight back may have seemed like a good idea at first, but it's a test that has proven to have no real determinative value.
What would you suggest they do next season?
I would suggest a series of targets that need to be hit squarely in the center. The speed and accuracy with which they are hit would be a better indicator of how well the jockeys and techs are controlling the robots and working in tandem with each other.
Thoughts, an interesting notion. The teams that have advanced so far have certainly had to exhibit good teamwork. Team Steampunk in particular was famous, or rather, infamous, in the beginning for not being able to work together. But with every round, they have become more in sync with each other.
It's true. Ashley and Kyle have become quite a pair over the course of the show. And of course, the father-daughter team of Amber and David Schinzel have taken Team Crash all the way to the semi-finals.
I honestly am not sure which of their teams I want to win more. But I may not need to choose if Scorpio defeats Steampunk next week. Team Scorpio may not have as many rounds under their belt, so to speak, but they have to date cut 2 robots in half with their knife fizz.
Team Crash now shares the distinction of having broken a robot in 2 with its stunning defeat of Brimstone last night. And they did it without the use of knives. Perhaps we'll see them face Scorpio in the championship.
One way or another, it will be an interesting fight. Even more interesting, though, is the question of who Crash's opponent will be next week. It seems one of the eliminated teams will have a chance at redemption, coming back from the scrap heap, so to speak.
I'm all about second chances, Liv. And I love a good plot twist as much as anyone. There have certainly been plenty of good teams eliminated so far who could make the semi-finals interesting.
Who would you pick to return next week?
It's tough to say, though I suspect it will be a first-round elimination. I didn't much care for Team Robohammer. The robot's armor left it too exposed. Game Over lasted the longest of all the first-round eliminations, and Thunderskull was not defeated but rather disqualified, so either one could be given a second chance. Or they could try for a rematch between Crash and Steel Cyclone.
A rematch would seem to make the most sense, especially since Steel Cyclone was ranked number 1. As I said though, one way or another, next week's fights will certainly be even more exciting than ever. Thank you for joining me today, Mr. Mills.
You're very welcome, Miss Enghill.
And thank you all for watching Last Night.